Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're looking at my top 5 games that I believe are the best fit for new PC gamers. Let's go. So the only explanation we really need for this video is that this video is targeted at new PC gamers. So you've just built your first gaming PC and now you're trying to figure out which games best fit your needs. At the number 5 slot, I have CounterStrike Global Offensive, and the reason for that is actually relatively simple. It is a cheap game. It is $15 on Steam, and you can find it cheaper elsewhere if you go to places like G2A and other websites that sell Steam keys for it. Also, the graphics requirements for it are extremely low compared to modern first-person shooter games. And lastly, it is extremely competitive online. It probably has the biggest active user base that stays active over the long run and not just in short periods of time. And you can definitely tell that it is still doing very well from a game perspective. When you check Steam's top sellers, it is still making the first page of top sellers on Steam. Even after several years of being available, it's a top-notch game, an option for scratching that first-person shooter itch at a very budget cost and getting the most bang for your buck. At the number 4 position, I have Sid Meier's Civilization 6. And frankly, if you're into world simulation games, any of the older Sid Meier Civilization games would also be great. Civilization 5 may be a good fit if you're looking for the expansions and everything else at a cheaper cost. But Civilization 6 was extremely well received by critics. It adds a lot more features than we've seen in past years from the Civilization games. And as far as a simulation game goes, this is not the type of game that is available on consoles. Being a turn-based strategy game and really requiring a mouse to interact with the landscape and the game, you won't find this type of game on a console. And if you're just making the switch to PC, this is a completely new genre that's available to you and one that you should sincerely consider. At the number 3 spot, I have Rocket League, which currently runs at $20 on Steam, and it is a lot of fun. A lot of you console people will already know how much fun those 5-minute games can be. And the PC version delivers just as well as the console versions, as well as allowing you to play cross-platform with PS4 players. Now, Rocket League is on this list because other than being a great game, it's also a budget game at just $20 and again, often goes on sale elsewhere. And the primary reason it made this list was because it's one of those rare games where you can hop on it for 10 minutes because of the super fast load times, super fast matchmaking times, and the fact that games are only 5 minutes. So you can hop on for 10 minutes and get a full game in, or maybe 20 minutes and get a few games in and be satisfied. And it's really just a great game for filling those random 20-30 minutes that you may have throughout the day where you want to play a game, but you don't really want to go through the process of loading up a bigger game that's likely to eat hours out of your day. At the number 2 position, I have the Skyrim Special Edition, and this should be pretty self-explanatory. Bethesda just remastered Skyrim, and it is, and still is, one of the greatest RPGs ever made, ever, period. And it being remastered gives you a lot more visual eye candy than we had in past versions. In addition, it still does not require a ton of horsepower in your gaming rig, which means even on budget components, you're still going to be able to fully enjoy this game. Furthermore, at that $40 price point, you're getting an incredible amount of replay value. I've put myself hundreds of hours in this game between the Xbox 360 version and the PC version, and now the PC Special Edition version. It is a game that just keeps giving and giving, and no 2 playthroughs are ever the same. And taking the top spot on this list, whether you're a new PC builder or if this game just isn't in your Steam library yet, is Grand Theft Auto 5. Now, the reason for this is very simple. Like Skyrim, it gives you a ton of replay value. In addition, you can blow up things at whim. You can run around the city really however you want. And that's what most of my time in the game is spent doing. That being said, the storyline in the game is great, and there are tons of side missions that will keep you occupied for hours upon hours upon hours. Add on the fact that it has a very robust online multiplayer system, and you've got yourself a game that will, again, like Skyrim, give you a huge amount of hours for just the entry cost of $60. And yes, it is still worth the $60 price tag. Well, those are my top 5 games for new PC builders to be buying and getting in their Steam library as soon as possible. Now, there are tons of honorable mentions that can be thrown out there. If you're not into Skyrim, the Witcher series, starting from the first one, which is super cheap, the second one super cheap, and even Wild Hunt is coming down in price, would be a great replacement if you're looking for that style of RPG, but not Skyrim. If you have other comments, suggestions, other games that you think should have been on this list, put them in the comments down below. I'm always super excited to hear about your comments and see what you guys thought about the list. That being said, guys, be nice in the comments, please. As always, if you like this content, give me a like. If you love it, give me a subscribe down below, a share down below. Those things are super helpful. You can also follow me on Instagram and on Twitter @Hoosier Hardware. I'm Shane from Hoosier Hardware. I'll see you in the next video.